Assalamu alaikum. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli waj'al li waziran min ahli Haruna akhi ushdud bihi azri washriku fi amri linusabbihaka katsira wa nazkuraka katsira inna kunta bina basira. ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم وصلى اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Welcome, dear friends. Inshallah, we will continue about our discussion from the miracle of the Quran. So we are at part 6 right now. Inshallah, we'll going over discussing the eloquence of the Quran, the word order that we looked at two verses that we kind of went through, which are very beautiful verses. One was, but if a breath of your sustainer''s punishment touches them, they would certainly cry, woe to us, we have really been wrongdoers, which is from the Quran, section 21, verse 46. And we focused on the word order of how the words make a difference in terms of how the meaning gets perceived, the breadth of your sustainer''s punishment, and the order, the way words are used, touches is a very interesting word, right? Wasannahum. Yeah, let me make this a little bigger so it kind of is more visible. Wala in masathum nafati atim minal azab rabbika la yaqulun ya waylana inna kunna zalimin. But if a breath of his sustainers punishment touches them, they will certainly cry, woe to us, we have really been wrongdoers. So that was one we looked at, and the other one was this one. الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ وَيُقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ, who believe in the unseen and establish worship. And then we focused on this, and spend in God's way out of what we have bestowed on them as sustenance. And there were a few points that we kind of looked into what sustenance is and what is spending in God's way. How do we understand that? So we went over certain conditions, and that all comes from the way, the beautiful eloquence of the Quran in its word order, that all these meanings can be grasped. So I took some highlights basically. The eloquence of the Quran includes the word order of its verses, similar to the existence of things that we observe in the universe that comes in stages for us and are interconnected and interrelated, where one being cannot be spoken about without the existence of the whole universe. So everything exists within the context of the whole universe. So in the same way, the verses of the Quran are also interrelated and interconnected in the way the words are consciously used and placed in the verse. So the conscious author, owner, just like the things that are in the universe are given existence by the one who owns the existence. One word or verse cannot be taken out of context to the purposeful message of the Quran. So we'll continue with this eloquence word order of the Quran with some more examples. Similarly, the word order between words encompasses a broad sphere and has many aspects. And between phrases, for example, say, He is God, the One. Qul huwa Allahu ahad contains 6 sentences. 3 of them are positive and 3 negative. So this one verse contains 6 sentences. It proves 6 degrees of divine unity, at the same time refutes 6 ways of associating partners with God. So we'll look at it again. Each sentence is both the proof of the other sentences and the result. For each sentence has 2 meanings. So through one meaning, it is the result, and through the other, the proof. So this is interesting to me, something new. So one meaning is the result, and the other is the proof of that result. So each sentence, which we'll kind of go over, that is to say within Surah Al-Ikhlas are, so 6 times 6, 36, are 36 surahs composed of proofs that demonstrate each other's to be as well ordered as the surah itself. For example, Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. And the first translation is, say he is God because he is one. And then it further explains, because he is the eternally besought, which clarifies the he is one. And then because he begets not, clarifies how he is eternally besought and how he is one again, confirms that. Not because he is not begotten, because there is none that is equal to him. So it gradually confirms the absoluteness or his oneness, uniqueness of who this God is. So I have some questions basically. What does it mean, like the positive and negative? I didn't understand really that part. 3 of them are positive and 3 negative, based on the wordings of the phrases. So for example, say he is God, the one contains 6 sentences, and out of those 6, 3 are seen as positive and 3 as negative. In which sense the author is mentioning, I need some help in that. Okay, Brother Ali, please go ahead.
So, positive one says, Qul huwa Allah ahad. Say, God, it is God who is Allah, and he is ahad, absolute, unit one, positive one. Allahu Samad. Sorry, Qul huwa Allahu one. Allahu Ahad, 2. Allahu Samad, 3. God is positive sentence.
I
God
see what
is,
he's saying. Okay, so the whole section Ikhlas he's looking
yeah.
at.
So negative ones are obvious now. Lam yalid, 1. Lam yalid, 1. When lam yulad, he is not given any, I mean, he is not created any God. Begotten, I don't understand. Or literal meaning, it means nothing. So, to my understanding, he has not created anything which has the quality to create. Walam yulad, he has not received any quality from anyone else. Look, negative. 2. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Again, negative. There is none that is equal to him. Got it?
Got it, Alhamdulillah. Sorry. Okay, so he's looking at the whole complete section of Al-Ikhlas. Okay, so these are to describe who this God is 3 kind of indications that are positive, and then what he's not like has also 3, like he is does not give, begets not, meaning that does not create another divine being, or he himself is not coming from another divine being, because there's none that is equal to him. Okay. So within Surah Al-Ikhlas, 30 surahs composed of proofs that demonstrate each of the other as well ordered as the surah itself. So this can also be mentioned as, and there is none that is equal to him, because he is not begotten, because he begets not, because he is eternally besought, because he is one, because he is God. So it goes in reverse order to arrive at the same message. And he is God, so he is one, so he is the eternally besought, so he begets not, so he is not begotten, so there is none that is equal to him.
No, excuse me, Ansel, can you get rid of this begotten, whatever it is? No, instead, with the help of other friends here, instead, he is not giving birth. Birth, which means what? No. He is not transferred his qualities to any created being. He has not, he doesn't, okay, doesn't good, he has not, no. He transferred, use the passive form, not he, sorry.
He does not
He
transfer
doesn't,
his.
he doesn't, is the best, does not transfer any of his qualities.
Any of his qualities.
Yeah, any of his yes, qualities to anything he creates.
Any.
Or anything, any being, anything he creates is better. To anything, one word, he creates. Now, this is because he is not begotten, means because he doesn't get, just the negative of this sentence, he doesn't get any quality from anything else. Is it clear now?
Very clear. Alhamdulillah.
Giving birth, what does it mean? God is giving birth. This is literal understanding. Quran cannot be understood literally. Thank you. Well, you can go back and copy paste this in the first translation of the Qul Huwa Allahu Ahad.
Inshallah, yes. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Because
Copy paste is easy, don't you think?
Copy. So the next one is he is not begotten.
No. The first one, did you use it in the first one?
So the same thing, yeah. Control V. Because he does not get any qualities from anything else, because he does not transmit his qualities to anything he creates. Not begotten. And he does not. So this can pretty much go on and on, right?
Yeah. You can transfer this translation to the following pieces of commentary on it.
Okay. And this can be continued further. All right. So any other thing you want to add? Anybody on this section? Ikhlas, the word order, the way it's so this is the indication that these verses can go up and down in a way, the positive and the negative, but it points to the same basically. The message comes almost or highlights the absoluteness of the Lord of the universe, of his uniqueness. Or it gives like an indication and definition of who God is. Okay, a further example. Alif Lam Mim, Zalikal Kitabu la rayba fihi hudan lil muttaqin. Alif Lam Mim, there is the book. This is the book about which there is no doubt. A guidance for those who revere God, which is Baqarah sections 1 and 2. Each of these four phrases has two meanings. With one meaning, each is a proof of the other phrases. With the other, it is their result. So with one meaning, each is a proof of the other phrases, and with the other, it is their result. From the 16 threads of their relationships, a miraculous word order embroidery is wrought. It is described thus in Isharat al-Ijaz. Also, as is explained in the 13th word, it is as though all the Qur'an's verses have eyes that see most of the other verses and faces that look to them, so that each extends to the others, the immaterial threads of relationship, each weaves a miraculous embroidery. From beginning to end, Isharat al-Ijaz expounds this beauty and eloquence of the word order. So these two examples, another question I had was, how does it show those two meanings? It says each sentence has two meanings. One meaning is the result and the other is the proof. So he is God is like the result, and the other, because he is one, is like the proof. Because he is the eternally besought, is a proof to this one, because he is one. Is that how it works? So the two meanings come that each one supports the other in a way.
We can read it in this way. Qul, anybody but the Prophet, the first addressee. Huwa. Who's huwa? He. Who is he? We don't know. The universe needs a creator. Somebody who is the source of existence of this world. Something. If you search for it, I will tell you, he is God. And who is this God? Oh, the one who is the source of existence of this universe, who is the creator, maker of this universe. Simple. I have my computer. These computer parts cannot make themselves into a computer. So simple, isn't it? Now, there must be a maker, engineer or something. If you wonder this, he, I will tell you, John. Who's this John? The one who is the engineer. The only engineer, but this is in the creation of the universe. We see that the only engineer. but in the computer, I mean, the company, let's say my computer's Apple company, who has thousands, maybe tens of thousands of employees who work in harmony with all of them. That's now qualifying the engineer or the company. Here, qualifying God, explaining, supporting. Only the absolute being can be the creator of this universe, and his name is Allah, God. It's clear? And continues, supports it. What do you mean by absolute? Come on, I am puzzled. Okay, a summit. I will explain you more further. He is, God is the one who is everything in the universe is in need of his preference of creating, giving existence to. Otherwise, they cannot come into existence by themselves. And he himself doesn't need anything absolute. Think of absolute in terms of, in mathematics, infinite. Every number is in the infinite, but infinite doesn't need any additional number. That is by definition. It's that subtract way of thinking infinite, absolute. Is it clear so far? But if
Yes.
you read, how is it called? He is eternally besought. Now, what do you mean by eternally besought? Needs to be explained. I don't know how to put it in a proper, short, some sort of phrasal language in English. You can think about it, or our friends may suggest. So, summit means this. Normally, they say everything is in need of him. He is not in need of anything. So think about the definition of infinite. You will understand it. Every number is in need of infinite. It means it must be in the infinite, included in the infinite. But infinite doesn't need any additional number. This is the abstract understanding of absolute. So we can understand the summit. So say, I understood by how can it be infinite? And what does it mean, this summit? Lem yelit. He has not created anything like himself. Has the ability to create, has the ability to design, has the ability to have infinite knowledge, has the ability to have any quality from himself, from itself. Lem yelid. Velem yulad, whereas the creator of the universe, this God, this absolute being, doesn't need anybody to help him, doesn't need anything to exercise his will. He just wills and is creating it. He creates it. Is there an equivalent to it? وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. I cannot give you any example of it within the universe. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. Now, read the translation. Read the translation. How is it translated? That nothing equal. Now,
There's none that is equal to him. Yeah.
it means, there is no equal, there is no likeness of him. So I cannot give you any example from the created beings. As if, don't you understand? I am talking about the source of existence of the created beings. How can I give an example from created beings for the to describe the creator of it? For example, the pieces of the computer are conscious, let's say, like human beings. One of them is like human being, for example. They are talking now. One of them says, how did we come into existence? The other one says, no, I think we have another one who has created to us. Now you can really symbolize it. And then the other one says, how come? No, we are all in need of giving existence organized in this way. So he must be the one who did it. Oh, the other one says, what kind of? He is not like us. He is the maker. He is our creator. Now, I'm still puzzled. Can you give me an example by showing like this piece of the computer, like that piece of the computer? The other one says, I'm telling you, it is not like the computer. It is the maker of the computer. So how can I give you an example to you? There is nothing equal to him, to it, or to him. I cannot give you any example from created beings. I am talking about the creator, maker of the computer. So do you understand in the example of the computer that the piece is really thinking how it came into existence, and understand that there must be a maker, there must be an engineer. Cannot give an example. That is, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. He has no equal to it. I cannot give you an example because we cannot get out of the computer. We exist within the conditions of the computer only. We cannot be at the level of the existence of our engineer so that I will say, this is the one. No, we cannot. That is why human beings have to believe in ghaib. Ghaib means the source of existence. I don't know. There must be necessary being who created the universe. That's why I believe that computer, as a piece of the computer, I confirm we have an engineer. I don't know who he is, I don't know which kind of thing he is, but I cannot think of it because it is not within the universe at all, within the computer at all. So this is called belief in ghaib. That is why when we say, I believe in God, we must be aware that we are talking about a ghaibi being. Clear, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, inshallah. Then the same case about this one, Alif Lam Mim, Zalikal Kitabu La Rayba Fihi Hudal Lil Muttaqin. This is the book about which there is no doubt, a guidance for those who revere God. Each of these four phrases has two meanings. I think one meaning is so same. That's how they connect. Book is guidance. So how does he relate the meanings and relationship in these two verses? Alif Lam Mim and Zalikal. I mean, it's easier here to understand who this being is. Everything is asking, and there's no example found within the universe like him. But in this example, let's work on it a little bit. This is the book. So whatever is in existence, there is no doubt about it, or this message of this ghaibi part must speak to me, there's no doubt. A guidance for those who are aware or revered that yes, there must be this being, ghaibi being, who is responsible for my existence. Okay, let's go to the second point, unless somebody wants to say anything. So this is the wonderful eloquence in its meaning. Consider this example, which is explained in the 13th word. For example, if you want to understand the eloquence of the words, all that is in the heavens and on the earth extols and glorifies God, for he is the tremendous, the wise, which is in a few places, section 57, verse 1, section 59, verse 1, and section 61, verse 1. Subhanallah ma fi samawati wa ma fil ardi wa huwa al-azizul hakim. So imagine yourself in the age of ignorance, in the deserts of barbarism, before the light of the Qur'an. So just imagine there's no guidance, nothing, just you're wondering what everything is. Then at a time everything is swayed in the darkness of ignorance and heedlessness, and enveloped in the lifeless wails of nature, which is even right now is the age of ignorance where everything is veiled by nature. You hear verses from the heavenly tongue of the Quran like, all that is in the heavens and on the earth extols and glorifies God. تسبح له ما في السماوات السبع والأرض ومن فيهن وإن من شيء إلا يسبح بحمده ولكن لا تفقهون تسبيحكم إنه كان حليما غفورا. تسبيحكم إنه كان حليما غفورا. Or the heavens and the earth and all within them extol and glorify him or God, which is section 17, verse 44. So everything that is in the heavens and the earth, so nothing is left out, extols and glorifies, gives the indication that its existence, the way it is, belongs to, it's indicating a sign from the Lord of the universe. So the heavens and the earth, all within them, everything, extol and glorify him. So now look, see how the dead or sleeping creatures in the world are raised to life in the minds of listeners at the sound of extols and glorifies him. Of the dead or sleeping creatures in the world. So how they become conscious, so everything that is in the heavens and the earth, they gain sort of life in the minds and of when you read this kind of verse. So that's part of the word order and the eloquence of the Quran, minds of listeners and sounds of extols and glorifies him. How they become conscious and rise up and recite God's names. And how at the cry and light of extols and glorifies him, the stars which had been lifeless lumps of fire in the black skies, all appear in the view of those who hear it as wisdom displaying words in the mouth of the sky and truth pronouncing lights. We really need to look at the creation, at the stars, the skies, the heavens, and see how each and everything is created, is in existence, is wonderful, beautiful stars that are shining. Truth pronouncing lights. So everything gets lighted up in a way when it says everything in the heavens and the earth extols and glorifies him, the Lord of the universe. So everything talks about him, mentions him, describes him, shows his qualities. The earth, too, rather than being a desolate wasteland, is seen to be a head with the land and sea as tongues, and animals and plants as words of glorification and praise. So the animals and plants, not just for the bodily eating part, but look at their existence and see how each one is glorifying and praising in their existence the way they are made, this risale-i, or this Lord of the universe. Now consider this example, which is proved in the 15th word. Listen to these verses. What do they say? O you company of jinn and men, if you can pass beyond the regions of the heavens and the earth, pass beyond them. But you will not be able to pass beyond them except with authority given by God. Which then of the blessings of your sustainer do you deny? A flash of fire and smoke will be sent on you, and no succor shall you have. Which of the blessings of your sustainer do you deny? Which are verses from section 55, verse 33 to 36. So who is this, O you company of jinn and men, you and me? If you can pass beyond the regions of the heavens and the earth, go past, try to pass it beyond them. But you cannot get to the end of it. Look for the meaning and the existence of the universe. It's just endless meanings, qualities that we keep discovering through science. And all that is available by the authority given by God. Oops. Control. And another example is, and we have, okay, before I go to the next one, Brother Ali, please go ahead.
No, exactly. Before going into the other examples, so that the author is going to give us a general description or explanation of this verse. So it is very interesting. O you company of jinn and man, it means any material existent beings and also non-materially existing beings. For example, my life, my spirit, my feelings, ruh, both of them. If you can pass beyond the regions of the heavens and the earth, what does it mean? It's very simple. If you can go out of the universe, Can we go out of the universe?
No.
What does it signify? I cannot get out of my createdness, being a piece, a part of this universe, created universe. I cannot get out of it, out of my createdness. Go. If you can do it, it means if someone gets out of his or her createdness, what do you think the other alternative is? If I am not a created being, get out of being createdness.
There's no other option.
No, there is no. Logically, what the option would be if I could get out of my createdness?
So I exist by myself. I'm the one. Nature is the one.
Yeah, I am the creator. No, there's a very simple logic here. Something either is the creator or the created being. There's no third option. Created, but at the same time creator. That is what these modern scientists are confusing. Some of them say matter is eternal, that's it, but there is no proof of it. Just say it. But those say it has a beginning. If it has a beginning, it must have a beginner. So if it needs to be given existence, it can never become a creator. It means it will never have any quality of being a creator. Does it make sense?
Can you repeat that again, please?
Oh. If I am given existence, it means I am created. Simple language. If I am created, can I get out of my createdness? Question. Can I get
I
out
would say no.
of sorry?
I would say no.
No. Yeah. I cannot get out of it. I am a created being. So materialists say, but it is creating now the things that he is doing. I cannot get out of createdness. How can I be the creator of my further actions? Logically inconsistent. It is represented in the Quran in the example of Jesus, because Jesus is claimed to be by certain people, of course, not us, the source of the creation of his miracles. He is the creator. If he is a creator, he must have some sort of Godhead. That's what they say, Trinity, or these meaningless theories they are making up, because they see Jesus as a source of existence of his miracles. That is the problem. So exactly the same mistake goes with the materialists. They say the matter is the source of existence of its actions, its qualities that they are doing right now. They are doing it by themselves, inherent in themselves, these qualities. But it is a created being. Qur'an says, no, you cannot get out of createdness. What are you talking about? The matter also cannot get out of its createdness. Nothing. If human being cannot get out of its createdness, even if human feelings, spirit, cannot get out of their createdness, how can matter can get out of its createdness? That's the logic of the Quran. You cannot get out of it. But with authority given by God. What does it mean? Unless God gives you death. Unless God gives you death, takes you out of the conditions of this type of createdness. This is a very serious verse, but when you read it as if we cannot get out of this universe. So yeah, of course we cannot. No, that is, Quran cannot be read in this way. No, Quran is an absolute manifestation of absolute knowledge. We have to be very careful. Now, so if God takes out of me, out of this type of createdness, still I am createdness. Still I am keeping my createdness essence. So my spirit is created. Everything is created. My spirit is not the creator. So it is created. So when my spirit is taken out of this type of creation, but with the permission of my creator. Clear?
Alhamdulillah, it's very beautiful actually, the way
Yeah.
it's described.
I don't want to repeat if it is understood. I don't like repeating, and also it's very boring for other people who understands it.
The way you linked it to the Jesus's miracles,
Yeah.
thinking that it belongs to Jesus, and then the same thing is happening nowadays as well with the materialist scientists understanding, attributing the createdness to the matter itself or to the things itself.
So Quran
Makes,
has, sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
Please complete.
No, so I say, yeah, that, so materialist scientists are also on the same track, and we need to be careful in that sense.
Yeah.
To see our createdness.
So Quran gives a simple example. And Quran is not really fighting, quarreling with Jews and Christians at all. Quran is fighting and really making its readers be aware that the problem is not Christianity, Judaism. Be careful, be careful. What makes a person a Christian? What makes a person a Christian? Can anyone share me the answer?
Yes, we believe in Jesus.
Sorry? Yeah.
Believe in Jesus.
Excuse me, I interrupted you. Say it again.
Oh, their belief in Jesus, I said.
No, they believe in Jesus as the creator of its miracles.
Mm-hmm.
Now, no. Following Christianity, no. I'm sorry. Believe that the Jesus, yeah, of course, following Christianity, but the point is believing that the Jesus is the source of existence of its miracles. So that is the problem given by the Quran. If someone, by giving the example of Christians and Jews, but in particular case now Christians, by describing Jews, Quran is saying, pay attention to the quality that someone has in his understanding which is called he is a Christian. The quality is what? He believes in Jesus as the source of existence of his miracles. So he has to make up with some sort of trinity of any kind of theory to explain it. God is Son, God is adopted Son, God is reflected Son. Uh, now, so God's adopted. These are all what? A kind of God, a kind of God. Although he is the Son of God, it means God gave birth to him. What does it mean? Of course, no one says that. None of the Christians says this. God gave birth. No, 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 no. It means it has some sort of Godhead in its existence. That is the logic that the Quran is rejecting in this verse. No, no, no. Nothing can have Godhead. Whatever it is, we're limited. No, 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 no. Human beings cannot create even a single, the Quran says fly. Nowadays we have to say a single particle cannot create. They use only created particles. So how can you say that a, a thing which needs to be given existence, but having some sort of quality of its source of existence, its creator? It is impossible. That's what the verse is saying, and the Quran is full of this. But unfortunately, we read it as Christians who follow Christianity. What does it mean, following Christianity? We have to think. Those also not related to our present subject. Does Quran have any problem with Jews? No. Excuse me, yes, sorry, with Jews, correct. No. Why does he keep saying that Jews did this, Jews did? No, 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 the attitude, the one who mess up with the text that I gave to them. Yes, they believe in God, and Judaism believes in one creator God. But the message is messed up according to their own desires. Nationalized my religion, rationalized my message. I am saying children of Israel, they say we are children of God, not children of Israel. Jacob's children in the language of the Quran. Jacob's great sons or daughters. Don't say that I am chosen people by God, God's chosen people. Who said that? How do you think God creates and gives some special high quality than other created beings? How do you treat my revelation and twist it and make it a racial religion, a religion of a certain race? So this message says, don't do the same thing. Oh, reader of the Quran, don't turn the Quran into your national property and make it for yourself. No, be careful. Don't mess up with the revelation I gave you. Understand it for its own purpose. Bear in mind, especially, I am speaking to you. I am not a simple speaker. Take it seriously and understand it according to the capacity of your time, because the way I speak to you gives you or allows you to understand my speech within the conditions of your life, your living conditions. Here we go. What we read, how we read this sentence, for example, according to the conditions of our time. I hope it is clear.
Yes, Alhamdulillah, that was beautiful. Right. So, and then the flash of fire and smoke, that things are events that we go through in our creation, that we feel through our feelings, will be sent on you, and no succor, no help shall you have except by God. Yes, when we can extend that. So it's all the interpretation. I would again take it. How do we assign the creation, or do we see our createdness and the belonging coming from the absolute source given by God? I think this is a very beautiful way of understanding these verses. Inshallah.
For example, can you stop being aged? Can you really stop or change anything in
No,
the way the universe is created? Can we do that? فَلَا تَنْتَصِرَانِ. No, no, nothing, nothing. We can create anything we want, and no one can stop us, prevent us from doing this. It means you have no power to control the creation. Only me.
is this one you're saying, a flash of fire and smoke, and no succor shall you have? That there's no power that you can change anything in this universe, in this creation.
Nothing, whatever happens here, you cannot prevent it from happening. You cannot change it. You cannot really support each other. No, you cannot really help each other to protect yourself from my way of creation. You have to obey me, it means. You have to follow the way I create. No option. Whether you deny me or not, that is your choice. But your reality has to obey me. Whatever I create, you have to accept. You have no other option.
Inshallah, I think this is beautiful.
I am standing there.
Yeah, very good. I think we need to review our section of Rahman, inshallah, to study more carefully, inshallah. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, it is so beautiful, but we should be ready, really. We should be
I mean,
ready.
now you're mentioning about the eloquence, and I mean, this made a lot of difference, like to see from the createdness, and it, the whole understanding changes, inshallah. I think we should start being serious with our engaging with the Quran, inshallah. This is why I think this is how this class is helping me now.
Yeah. For example, this is described here. Go up, go up. No, no, no. It's here. Sorry, 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 sorry. It's here. Now, the one. Now, a flash of fire and smoke will be sent on to you. Whatever is created. The worst thing is what? The worst thing is my death. Correct? I mean, worst thing means
Right. That's
in what might happen to me.
mhm.
Worst thing. Yeah. So uh, whatever happens, for example, the worst thing that I am trying to escape, death. Can you stop it?
Nope,
No,
nope, we can. Yeah.
no, no way, no, no, nothing, nothing, not only me, nothing. The stars are dying. So nothing can stop it. It means whatever I create, you cannot prevent it from happening, and you cannot really get any help from anything in the created world, only from me. It means I am an absolute creator, and I am absolutely free whatever I want. You have nothing to say against it.
MashaAllah, inshallah. That's All right. Any other thoughts by anyone? Inshallah, we can stop here for now. We're at time. We'll go with the next example next time, inshallah. Yep, I have to let's think about this a little bit and engage with these messages, how the eloquence and seeing that not to read the Quran literally and see what the meaning behind that the verses are, paying attention to them more carefully, inshallah. All right, so I'll stop here. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Bir hurmati suratil Fatiha. Thank you, everyone. Assalamu alaikum.